Hi guys, welcome to my second floss tube. I was completely shocked at all the comments and subscribers that I got after my first floss tube. I was so happy, and I just want to say thank you to everybody who watched my video and commented. And I'm sorry I haven't gotten to reply to all the comments. I just realized yesterday that I wasn't getting all the notifications from YouTube. I didn't know until I looked into the, instead of the regular YouTube app, the app that I use, YouTube Studio, to upload my video, and then I could see all of the comments that I had gotten. So thank you, I really appreciate it, and it's really exciting that, you know, that you guys like my video, but also I just think the cross-stitch community is so kind and so welcoming. I just really appreciate it. Okay, so I'm trying to look into the, not watch myself on the video, but look into where actually the, where my phone's recording me. So here we go. This is my second floss tube, and I know we can't have themes for all of them. Last week was Jolly July, but I kind of had a little theme that I thought of for my different projects today, and that is rookie mistakes. So I'm just going to kind of share some of what I consider my rookie mistakes, so maybe I can keep you from making the same ones. So let's get started. Alright, so I have a little list here of things to talk about, and first on my list are my finishes. And my first finish is, I don't remember exactly what order I finished these in, but was Raccoon Cabin. Let me get the, by Country Cottage Needleworks. And I hope the lighting is okay. I have a combination of sitting in front of my window, which, I mean, to me you can see, but when I upload the video hopefully you can see. And then I have my dining room light, which has LED light bulbs in it, so it's a combination. My friend told me I need to get a ring light, so we'll see. Maybe I'll get a little light to help with everything. But this is my finish. And I did make a mistake right here in this corner. I connected it, and it's supposed to have one square where it's blank space. So the cross stitch police, I don't think they're going to come beating down my door for that. I don't mind. And I mentioned before, I think I'll finish this as an ornament, but okay, so it's not 100% finished. He doesn't have eyes or a nose. I don't know how to do French knots yet, so he's just going to hang out in my bin until I decide to do the French knots or get some little black beads, which I might just get some little black beads. But for right now, he's considered finished. He has his whiskers. He does not have two eyes. Those are just his raccoon marks right here. He doesn't have his eyes or his little French knot nose. I think he's super cute. I'll probably finish him alone as an ornament. I don't think I'm going to do this series because there's so many series I want to do. But you never know. I might get inspired and do some more and make a little grouping of these. This is from Frosty Forest collection. This Raccoon Cabin. Okay, so that was one. I have three finishes. The next one is Jolly St. Nick, and let me tell you what, like I said before, I love stitching this guy. It was so fun every time I picked him up. I was just happy. I did make a couple boo-boos on this. Like, it's, again, the cross-stitch police aren't going to come arrest me. It's okay. The back stitching for the Jolly, I really struggled with. I did one thread, and I felt like it wasn't showing up. It was blending in with the black background. So then I did two threads, and it just, I don't know. Back stitching is not my friend. I mean, I get so frustrated. I want to take a black Sharpie and just write Jolly, but we can't do that. So it is what it is. And my rookie mistake on this was last week I complained about not being able to see his mustache, and I think the reason that is because oh, let me show you. This is the pattern, Jolly St. Nick by, and I know it's reversed. I guess I need to play around my phone and see if there's a way to record where I can see the video and it not be reversed. But this is Jolly St. Nick and Rudolph, a Sip of the Season series by Stitching with the Housewives of Priscilla and Chelsea's channel on YouTube. They designed this, and I bought some of the Fancy Floss or Classic Colorworks, and I bought some DMC. And before I actually tested it and laid it out on the fabric and really looked at the colors next to each other, I just started stitching, and that was what I consider my rookie mistake. If I had put the classic, or if I had put the, I used Classic Colorworks for his main beard, which was 12 grain, and then I used DMC for his mustache. And if I had actually put those together, I would have seen there wasn't enough contrast and I could have chosen a different color, but I didn't do that. I stitched before I checked it. So don't make my same mistake when you're mixing DMC and hand-dyed floss. Check your colors and make sure that they are going to turn out the way that you want them before you finish a whole project and then complain about it on YouTube. So anyway, he's a really fun guy. I love this series. I love all of their things, and I don't know how I'm going to finish this, but I'll figure it out. It's so cute. My third finish was Mistletoe Lane. This was a mystery stitch along by Fat Quarter Shop. Again, it's reversed. I did make some changes. I wanted a yellow star. It didn't seem like Christmas to me without a yellow star. I didn't want it to be blue. So I added yellow to that. And also, I added some yellow ornaments. Now, the yellow star does not pop. Even though I hate backstitching, I thought about doing just a single thread of blue around the yellow star to make the star pop. And another reason I wanted yellow is because while I was finishing this, I decided I want to finish it as a pillow. And I have bought a big panel of Dear Christmas, and this is part of my haul, but I'm going to go ahead and show it. I have this big panel. It's kind of folded up. This is what it looks like, and I'm just going to back this with some Minky for a throw for Christmas, but also I have some coordinating fabric that I bought with it to make a couple throw pillows. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this coordinating fabric. This is a charm pack. I think I'm going to cut it up into 4 so to be like mini charms, and do make quilted mini charms around it, and then just use one of the solids for the backing and make 1 or 2 more matching pillows to go with it. So that little bit of yellow will match the little bit of yellow that's in this fabric. This is Dear Christmas by Moda Urban Chicks, and you see one of these fabrics that has like little yellow bulbs, and the other one I got was it's like a plaid. Let me take out the charm pack. It is so cute. I fell in love with this fabric line when I saw it, and I pre-ordered the panel. Hopefully you can see some of those. It has some buffalo checks. It's traditional red and green, but it's a softer. Oh, there's a yellow with the I call it Rudolph. It's not really Rudolph, but I love Rudolph. So anyway, that's my plan for that. I have not done the white stitching in my windows and in the gingerbread and candy cane. My original plan was not to do that because my background is a white sparkle fabric. It's not glitter, it actually has the silver woven into it. But I think if it's going to be a throw pillow, I may go back in and do the white just for the texture. But, I mean, really, what do you guys think? Is it worth it? Is it worth doing the white if it's not really going to show? See, this I did do the white on the Merry Christmas. And also, this is the one that I had gridded out with, sorry, I keep looking at myself and then the, where the camera is. I had gridded out with my friction pen on this to help me keep track of like these stitches. And I talked about that last week, and what I didn't say was I would never ever use a friction pen on a medium to dark fabric, because in my experience, I have no issue getting friction pen marks out of light fabrics, but I have ruined darker fabrics with friction pens, so I should have explained that better. I would never put it on like a gray or a blue, or definitely, I mean, I wouldn't show up on a black, but I would never put it on that, because when you iron it off a darker fabric, it leaves a white line. So, but I think I've gotten all the friction marks off of this. I ironed it, I took it off. I'm going to put it on Instagram So you guys can look up close, and if you see any little pink or green marks, you can let me know. That's my third finish. And if you see my hair flying, it's because I'm really hot and I have a fan blowing on me. Okay, let me put that away. Now I'm going to go over my whips. My first whip is Snow Village. And I finished Peppermint Parlor this week. And I started Popsicle Cart. Popsicle Cart is going much faster for two reasons. One is, when I started this, these three mostly were done in a hoop. And I have went from a hoop to stitching in hand. So these took forever in my hoop. I mean, forever. And I thought, I'm never going to get this done by Christmas. But on the last few parts of Peppermint Parlor and the beginning of Popsicle Cart, I was stitching in hand and it went so much faster. Even the dreaded white that I talked about before, it went so much faster. So I have my wheels and one of the little posts for the Popsicle Cart. I did have to take out this little snow girl's head because I took away a row. So it wasn't adding up, and it wasn't something that I could fudge, so I had to rip that out and do it again. But I was at my mom's doing this, and my mom, she likes, I made her a quilt, but she's not really into all this stuff. But when she saw this, she was like, you know, I like snowmen. So I told her I would finish this for her, and that I would make it into a pillow. I saw someone, I think in Kimberly's Stitch Squad Facebook group, finish it in the pillow with the white pom-poms, and I thought that was so cute. So I told her that when I get it done, I'll finish it into a pillow that she can put out for Christmas. My dogs are barking, so I may edit that out. I was talking about Snow Village, and I am using the colors from Kimberly Jolly's thread pack from Fat Quarter Shop, DMC. So what I did is I just wrote down the called for colors, and then I wrote down the equivalent. I keep this in my bag, and whenever I start a new chart, I just go through on the chart and I just write down, you know, I just write the color change so that I can keep track of that. So, you know, that's how I do that, and I just keep this little piece of paper in my bag. That is it for my finishes. Oh, no, I'm doing, okay, sorry. My husband, I said, you threw me off. I'm happy to see him, but I'm just like, oh. Okay, so Snow Village was working on. Oh, okay, so something really exciting happened this week. I won a giveaway on Stitching with the Housewives, and the giveaway I won, and that's actually the second giveaway. The first giveaway that I won was this fabric. This was the Lori Holt Cloud 25 count Lugana, and I dyed it. And actually, I will talk about this next week because I have so many things to show you. I don't have time, but I want to show you how I chose the dye and the colors I used, and the PDF for all the Rit dye colors that you can do. So I want to share that. But anyway, so this was the second time I want to give away, and then I felt really guilty because I've already won one. So I'm not going to enter any more giveaways on their channel. I'll just comment when I want to comment. But I was so excited because I won a PDF chart from their Etsy shop, and I couldn't decide between about 4 of them because a few of them I already have, and then there's some on my wish list. So I asked my husband, I showed him the 4 that were my favorites, and I said, okay, which one is your favorite? And he chose Clovis and Stanley. So that's actually in my haul. I got ahead of myself. I'll show you guys that in a minute. But I'm also stitching Calvin and Clyde. This is one of my whips, and last week I showed that I bought the same truck but a different color for my house. I'm stitching it on this antique blue. This is how far I got. I got some of the outlining, which is this corner right here. I have made some color changes because I had ordered the new Classic Colorworks color Sweet Potato and Little Sprout, and I just love those colors, and I love them on this antique blue. So the orange, this orange right here, I did not order. That is Embers, Classic Colorwork Embers, but I did buy the DMC conversion, which is 721, and when I got it home and laid it with my other thread colors, I did not like it at all. So I actually went on Etsy and I ordered, I think, 5 shades of oranges, which was excessive. I shouldn't have done that. But they were all so pretty, and I had no idea which one I would like the best. And I thought, well, I'm building my stash anyway. I don't have a lot of extra thread. I pretty much buy what is needed for a kit. And and I wanted something lighter than that for the colors in my house. I wanted just something just a little bit toned down than the Embers color. So I just ordered various oranges, and I think I might have even ordered a Weeks Dye Works orange. So that will come in probably this weekend or early next week, and I'll show that in my next video. But I'm loving this. I'm loving the colors. I'm really enjoying stitching this. Calvin and Clyde. Oh, and I bought this from Anabelle's, and she sent this cute little pumpkin charm with the order. I think I pre-ordered it, and I don't know if she does that with every order, so I don't want to say that she does, but I'm saving this for when I make a fall project bag. I'm going to put that little pumpkin charm on there. That was really sweet of her. I ordered several charts from Anabella. I think it's called Anabella's. I'll link it in the description box on Etsy. And I'm also in her Facebook group. And I just really, she has great customer service. And, you know, everything I've ordered from her, I've got it quickly. Top notch. I enjoy that store. The other one is, this was a whip that I had started before Jolly July. This is Harvest House by Little Stitch Girl. And I fell in love with this pattern. I bought this on Etsy. It's a PDF. I printed it out. And she has a series of 4 for the 4 seasons. I love the colors. I love it. The door is colonial copper. I mean, it's so pretty. I love the teals and the greens and just everything. I don't know if you see that. I think it's got little sunflowers in the trellis. So I hope that I can find something to finish this on, that I can switch out the 4 seasons as I do them. And I did this border first. And another rookie mistake is, I mean, the border was okay. It took me a long time because I stitched this in a Q-snap before I was stitching in hand. And I had done the house in the Q-snap and the border. Well, I actually had done a lot of the fencing and the trellis, and it was all messed up. I don't know what I did. I miscounted. I had to rip all that out. I actually probably ripped it out about 2 or 3 times. And I got so frustrated. So, okay, I'm going to do some of the pumpkins and the grass before I go back and do the fencing, because I just kept ripping that out. So this is, now that I'm stitching in hand, it's going much, much faster. I did the door and the green, just watching an episode of something on Hulu last night. I think it's really cute. But I miscounted, and I'm 1 stitch closer to the border on the bottom. And instead of ripping it out, I said, it's fine. I'm just going to make it work. So it'll be 1 stitch too far this way. And that's Harvest House. The other work in progress I'm doing right now is the What's in My Cup Summer Series Beach. And that's, you know, that's just a print from, it's a PDF pattern from their Etsy shop, Stitching with the Housewives. And so it's not the greatest picture because my printer's running out of ink. And I don't have much done at all on this. I just have a few lines of the cup. So I just picked this back up to do after my Jolly July. But I think it's going to be super cute. I'm using this blue 28 count even weave that I finished my raccoon cabin on. And I think the blues and the browns will look really cute on that. That is it for my whips, but I did want to show a couple things. One is my notebook. This is my homemade dollar store version of the cross stitch journal from Fat Quarter Shop. So what I did is I went in, of course it's backwards, wrote the name of the pattern, Some of them I have the designer. This one I don't. This is Hometown Holiday Town Church. This is one I started, but it's a whip that I'm not currently working on. I put all the thread colors. I put what cloth I'm using. And I put the start date. And then for my finishes, I put the end date. And like this one, I went in and for $9.50, I pulled it to use on Jolly St. Nick. So I actually wrote that in my notebook, so that when I'm looking for that $9.50, if I can't find it, I can refer to the project that I borrowed my floss for. And this has really helped me. I didn't think I would need it, but now that I've got a lot of different projects kitted up, some of them started, some of them I've put to the side because I got sick of them or whatever, I can look through here and you know, see where my threads are, what thread I've bought, so I don't buy doubles. I've made a couple mistakes and bought, you know, extra thread, but I can always use extra thread. The other thing is, this is my little trash bin. This is a Pioneer Woman like party decoration from Walmart. It's with the other party decorations, like birthday party stuff. It was $1.50, and I have about 4 of these because I use them for sewing tools and thread scraps. So I keep this on my little side table. Actually, it's like a end table next to my couch, or the little TV tray that I use to keep my stitching stuff on. And I just put my little, what are they called, orts, or little pieces of you know, trash or whatever in this, and then I dump it out every couple days. And I have a binder clip on here because this is what I was doing, was I was clipping my pattern to this and setting it on the table, and I was using this to read my patterns. But I got a pattern holder this week, so we'll move into haul and I'll show you, instead of my little binder clip, which worked just fine. I did purchase this on Amazon. This is a metal document stand. I just searched for metal document stand. I looked at the prices and the reviews, and this was cheap but also had good reviews, and I really love it. You can see I've got my needle minders on here, and it's got the clip up here which actually comes off. It also came with the clip that goes across that marks your lines, but it was confusing me more than helping me. I think I'd rather just have a magnet strip. Maybe I'll look for one at the craft store that is flat, because the one that came with this, it just messed me up. I couldn't keep track of my, accurately, couldn't keep track of my lines. So I love this. It was cheap. I think I paid $11 for it. My other thing I bought this week is my stitching light. I had an LED lamp that I kept on an end table, and I also have a little clip-on LED book light, and my LED lamp died. It didn't work anymore, so I kept looking online. Let me see. And I was looking at lamps, and they were so expensive, and I was talking to my husband about it, and I was looking on eBay and Amazon, and I was like, these are so expensive. Well, this came up when I was looking at a recommended one that was about $30, and I think this was $8.99. Let's see. This is how big it is in relation to the document stand. So it's big enough that it helps, but it's not so big that it's awkward. It's got a bendy top, so you can move it around, do whatever you want with it. It has a USB rechargeable battery, so you can take it with you, you can move it around, you know, you can put it wherever you want. I move it around depending on the light of the day, and if I'm using a lamp, I might have it in front of me, I might have it to the side of me, and it actually is holding a charge really well, and it has 3 levels, so you just touch it. Let's see. And when I'm not using it, or if I am using it, I just charge it in a regular phone charger pack, and it's working great. I mean, for the price, I can link this in the description box. Of course, it's not an affiliate link or anything, but if you're interested in looking at it, I will link this, because for the price, I mean, it was under $10. You can't beat that. Okay, so what else do I have for my haul? Oh, Clovis and Stanley. So the story is my husband picked Clovis and Stanley when I asked him which of the Stitching with the Housewives charts did he like the best. This is the PDF printed. He said it was so unique, and he really liked Long May She Wave, I think it's called, and I did too, but I zoomed in on the little scarecrow. I sent him a message, and I cropped out the little scarecrow. I said, look how cute this guy is. He's like, yeah. So he picked this, and I printed out, and I love it. I have ordered some of the thread for it, and I'm going to start it. I don't know if I'll get it done. My Calvin and Clyde is my focus right now. I would like to get this one done too for fall, but we'll see. We'll see what happens, but he's so cute. I love it. And that Stitching with the Housewives, the Sip of the Seasons, Clovis and Clyde. No, Clovis and Stanley. I'm sorry. Calvin and Clyde is the other one. The my other haul is I wanted to start Lizzie Kates Merry Christmas by the Letter. It is a long one. I don't know the actual name for those, but that's what the whole thing looks like. And I have each one of these comes with 4 of the letters. So this is MERR, and then I have 3 of these. So I still have to buy, I think, 1 more chart maybe. I just need MAS in the bottom, so I think that's 1 more chart. I bought these on eBay, and I think they're so cute, but I don't like that brownish color of the, for MERR, the second R. I don't understand. That color to me does not, it's down here too. It's like a rust color. To me, it does not go with everything else. So I need to find something to replace that with, maybe a different shade of green or blue. I don't know. But I'm definitely going to do some color changes on that. I fell in love with that pattern. I thought I was done with Christmas, but I saw that and I thought, oh, I love it. I may not even get it done for Christmas this year, but I really thought it was cool. Another one is Main Street. I actually have had this for at least a month, but I'm just not ready to start it. I need to get some other things done. By Cottage Needleworks. And this is a whole series, if you haven't seen it, of like a small town Main Street. I think there's 10 of them, and there's a gazebo in the middle. And the reason I fell in love with this is because I live in a small town. The buildings look a lot like this, and my husband's actually the mayor of my town. I mean, it's a tiny town, and we have a gazebo in the middle of town. Our gazebo is brown, so I want to change the colors to a wood color for that. But I felt like stitching this would be a great way to, I guess, honor his time as mayor, and just a lot of great memories. He's been mayor this is his 5th year, so he has 3 more years for his current term, so that would be 8 years total. And you know, that's a big part of our life, and I just feel like it's a great way to honor his public service to the town. And just, you know, it just reminds me so much of our home. And the flower shop, you know, we have a little flower shop on the corner, Flowers by D&L, and you know, this looks like a little corner flower shop, and how it's got like the little lamp and the little flowers. And Danny the florist, he has all these beautiful flowers on the corner that, you know, when you drive into town you see. And I mean, just everything about this is just so comforting, and I just love it. And I just feel like it, you know, I think this is one that I would do and have it professionally framed so that, you know, it's well taken care of. And it'd just be a good way to remember the time of, you know, for our family that my husband's been mayor. So I just don't know what fabric I'm going to do it on. I asked Chelsea and Priscilla, and they sit on their YouTube channel, and they answered my question and said maybe a blue. So I like that idea, but there's so much blue. There's so many colors in this that, you know, I may just do the called for fabric color. I don't know. But I think that's really sweet. So I will be starting this. I just don't know when. I haven't ordered the thread or anything for it. Another thing I got was I signed up for the Fat Quarter Shop Week Style Works Floss Frenzy, and I got my first shipment this month. The colorway was Midnight Navy, and these are the colors that come with it. Of course, they're reversed, but they are Navy, Deep Sea, Twilight, Michael's Navy, Fathom, and Peacoat, and they're gorgeous. I don't know if you can. They are not showing up on this. There we go. I mean, they are just gorgeous. A couple of them are more like Americana colors, so those would be good for, you know, flag stuff, 4th of July. These two. Let's see if I can get it. Navy and Michael's Navy, to me, I'm sorry, I know that's not a good thing, but those are more Americana, and teal is like my favorite color ever, so all these other ones are more in the teal family. This Peacoat, I mean, to me, that's a wonderful Halloween color. It's a really, really deep teal and like a black or gray. Maybe if you're looking for something that's Halloweeny, maybe look that up. Or a even primitive, like, you know, a hair color, that would make a beautiful blue-black hair color. And this Deep Sea, oh, I mean, it's gorgeous. I wish I had a high quality camera to show you how pretty these are. But anyway, I was really happy with this. I don't actually have any Week Style Works yet, and to be honest, I was disappointed that I couldn't. I'm on the waiting list for the Floss Fix, which is the classic color works. But now that I've gotten my first shipment of this Week Style Works, you know, I'm not even mad because these are beautiful. They're absolutely gorgeous, and I look forward to getting more shipments. I don't know how many months I'll do this. You know, it depends on my budget. But right now, I think, you know, this is a good way to build my stash. I think next good neutral color. I also got some ribbons from the Dollar Tree. They had just a few fall things out at my local Dollar Tree. And these are the ribbon colors I got. This is an orange, like a burnt orange. These are wired ribbon, by the way. So I have like multiples in these colors, 2 or 3 of each color, depending on what they had. You know, like I said, they only had a few fall things out. They're pretty big, so I don't know if they actually would even go with my cross stitch finishes, but if not, I can make wreaths. This is a green. This is a nice fall green, but also a good Christmas green too. Of course, buffalo check. Everything's buffalo check. Black. And then this is a like burgundy buffalo check. So you could even use this for Christmas too. It is a fall color, but depending on how you decorate for Christmas, if you do, you know, like primitive, it would work for that too. So $1 each. That's cheap. Okay, so I also ordered some 28 count Monache because after watching about 150 episodes of Stitching with the Housewives, I decided that I was going to try this. I know one of these I'm probably going to use for that Main Street, so I'll need to dye it. I may even try to coffee tea dye something. I've never done that before. And honestly, I don't think it's even like my style, but how do I even know if I don't try it? So I may just try it and see if I like it. It can't hurt. I ordered this from Amazon. I think they were $7.98 a piece, and they are 20 inches by 24 inches. So pretty big pieces. This is a project that I have been mentally working on for a couple of months. And now that I have everything I need for it, I am so excited to start it. This is the hands-on design and so much to love collaboration for the Love My Stitching Bag. And you've probably seen this, I'm sorry, I know that's backwards. You've probably seen this on Fat Quarter Shop Floss Tube because Kimberly stitched this. And I have this fabric that I had bought for a quilt that I'm working on. And I knew I had to make this bag with this fabric. It has sewing machines on it. It has flowers, rainbow. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous. I love it. And I sew, and I just knew this would be perfect for that bag. I'm going to stitch it on this 28 count Monache in antique white. The colorway that I'm doing the words on, this is like a teal and red. I am using Queen Bee, and I don't have it with me. I'm using Queen Bee and black coffee. And then there's little accents. I'm either going to use a gray or colonial copper, which matches perfectly in this color in the fabric. So I'm really excited to make this project bag. I might start it this week. I don't know. But I just love these colors. I love the fabric, and I can't wait. It's going to be something that I can, you know, just something to do for myself, because all the stitching is not for myself. But I'm really excited about it. The last thing I have to show you, oh my goodness, this video is 37 minutes long. Y'all, I'm sorry. I should redo this. But goodness, it would take me forever to get through all of it. I'm sorry. The last thing I have to show you, oh goodness, I can't believe this video is that long. Why do I talk so much? Is, and this is PDF I printed from Etsy. This is Lori Holt's vintage Christmas sampler. I wanted to make these into Christmas ornaments, and I bought these buttons to go on, because if you look, the Christmas tree has buttons. They have Lori Holt's buttons, but I bought these at Hobby Lobby. They're little teeny tiny buttons. I think they'll work fine. They were on sale, and they were much cheaper than ordering the buttons online and paying for shipping. So I love the Christmas tree. I love the little gingerbread house. I love the deer. I mean, I love all of them. The little gingerbread man. But I thought that these would maybe make good little gifts for my friends. So I'd like to start some of these. I'll just do them on this white Ada 14 count. Okay, so the last thing, this last thing I'm going to talk about, I promise, is I ordered the Floss Away bags. And let me tell you what, I don't like these things. I kitted them up with my Calvin and Clyde, and to me it's just like an extra step I don't need. I don't want to use them. I do have a use for them, so they won't go to waste. A friend gave me a bunch of floss from like the 1980s, and it's DMC. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's currently in separated into envelopes, just paper envelopes, and you can't see what color it is. But she wrote the floss name on the outside, completely organized already. So I'm just going to move those DMCs to these Floss Away bags, so that if I need a small bit of color, like for instance on the flower shop, if I just need like a tiny bit of purple and I don't have, you know, I don't have a purple, or it's, you know, whatever color, I can just look and see if there's a tiny bit of purple I can use in those DMC bags and use those. So that's what I have this week. I hope you enjoyed, you know, my projects. I hope you enjoyed listening to some of my mistakes, and maybe you won't make those again. Thank you for all your comments. I will try to do better about reading them. I do have an email set up for my channel. It's crossstitchrevival@gmail.com. If you have a question or a comment that you want to make privately, you can email me. And I just want to thank everybody. I'll try to make a shorter video next week. I know not everybody wants to sit through. I'm up to 40 minutes, which I do have a little bit to edit out from when my husband came home. But I feel like I have so much to talk about. and I'm just really excited. I love to cross stitch. I love to sew too. Like my quilting, I have all these quilting projects. If you like quilting, maybe I can add some in if I have less things to show next week. I can add in some of the things I'm working on for quilting. My son is starting school next week, so I'm not sure how much stitching I'm going to get done now that school's starting. I'm a homeschool mom. But that doesn't take a ton of time, but it does cut into the time that I have had this summer as we've taken time off that I can use to cross stitch. So anyway, thanks guys.